people are the engine of our economy. We can never forget that. And I proffer this warning because there was a time, not too long ago, when the establishment seemed to lose sight of that. There was a pretty unchallenged belief that the ideologies of deregulation and unencumbered globalization would create wealth for all. But the rising tide didn't lift all boats. Not everyone benefited. Corporations did extremely well. The jobs for the middle class went overseas and weren't replaced. Then 2008 happened. In the US, banks got bailouts, but the middle class got foreclosures on their home. And meanwhile, there were a lot of conservative governments and political leaders who looked to austerity. And then, as GDP started to grow again, wages didn't. The 1% did better and better, and a lot of hardworking people got left behind. Inequality was taking hold. The middle class was getting hollowed out. People got disillusioned and frustrated with the establishment. A lot of them still are. And this matters because some of the same political forces that let that happen are now seeking to take advantage of people's economic pain. They're turning people towards anger, populism, isolationism, and protectionism. They're sharing conspiracy theories. They're sowing distrust in institutions. They offer no solutions, no alternatives. But they do effectively amplify the very real anxiety that people are feeling. It's a dangerous approach that will impact not just you in this room, but people in communities big and small, right across this continent. In 2015, when we came to office, our government saw these issues. And we decided to take a different approach. One that has been centered on investing in people, in the middle class, and in people working hard to join it. One that was about creating a future where people could see opportunities for themselves, their kids, and their communities. We understood that a strong middle class made the whole economy stronger. We not only had a plan to make sure more people get their fair share of the economic pie, we created the plan to grow a bigger pie. We increased immigration levels and are attracting talent from all over the world, which is helping staff our growing companies and adding more workers and businesses to our communities. We've enhanced support for low-income workers so that they stay in the workforce and build careers that help them join the middle class. We're supporting parents with affordable childcare, students with increased loans and the elimination of interest on student loans, and investing in the publicly funded universal healthcare system that Canadians are rightfully proud of. And our resilient, well-educated, healthy and well-supported workers are one of the key reasons that so many global companies want to set up shop here in Canada. Because people are what drive the economy. Profits only come when people are doing well. Like I said, we started building this clean economy 7 years ago so we could be leaders and early adopters in clean tech and clean innovations. And today's DeFasco workers have a secure future because of it. And so will the next generation of Canadian workers in sectors right across the economy. And so many of you in the private sector have been essential partners in what we're building. And what we're building is an economy that works for all Canadians. And the results are bearing out. Since 2015, 2.7 million Canadians have been lifted out of poverty, 500,000 of them kids. Income inequality has declined by 11%. The gender wage gap is narrowing. We announced $10 a day childcare 2 years ago, a milestone that's already been reached in 6 provinces and territories, with significant reductions in fees everywhere else, which means women's participation in the economy has reached an all-time high, and our economy is projected to grow by 1.2% because of it. Our broad-based support to the economy during the pandemic recession enabled a robust recovery that led Canada to have one of the strongest job recoveries in the world. Wages are going up. Last year, we had the strongest economic growth in the G7. We have the lowest deficit and debt-to-GDP ratio in the G7. Comme je l'ai dit, on cherche à agrandir la taille de l'économie. Et on veut s'assurer qu'un plus grand nombre de personnes aient leur juste part, parce que c'est bon pour tout le monde. On sait aussi qu'un commerce libre et équitable est essentiel pour y arriver. On s'est donc assuré que nos accords commerciaux comprennent de meilleures mesures de protection de l'environnement et des travailleurs. C'est exactement ce qu'on a fait quand on a renégocié et amélioré l'ALENA. On s'est concentré sur la croissance de l'économie et on l'a fait de manière à offrir aux citoyens de réelles possibilités, à leur permettre d'avoir davantage de contrôle sur leur vie, sur leur avenir. In these times of anxiety, people are looking for solutions and looking to us all as leaders. Well, to lead is to choose. To govern is to choose. Some politicians have made the choice to exploit fears, to rile people up while offering no real solutions. Our government has made a different choice, and we'll keep making that choice. A choice to dig deeper than simplistic slogans to tackle complex problems, to think bigger than the failed trickle-down economic policies of the past, to be bold in investing in the middle class, in fighting climate change, in building a more equal and just society where we reconcile with Indigenous peoples and where everyone has a real and fair chance at success, no matter who you are, where you were born, or where you live. We'll choose the brightest possibilities of the future. We'll choose people every time. Merci beaucoup, mes amis. Gracias.